What's up guys, Black Scout Survival, and today we're going to be teaching you how to make a snare, and we're going to show you two variations. And snare making is should only be used in a survival situation because a lot of places it's illegal, most states in the US. But in snaring animals, it's kind of like fishing. Snaring is a skill set. A lot of people think that they put some wire in their survival tent and they think they're going to go catch animals and live off the land. It's not the case. It's a skill set. And it takes experience and know-how and animal habits to actually make them effective. And generally, you only catch 10% versus how many snares you put out. So if you put out one snare, you're probably not going to catch anything. You want to put out at least 10 to 20 at a time, and you might only get one or two based off those 10 or 20 snares. Like I said, I'm going to show you two variations. The first one, taking just some brass snare wire, and you're just going to take and leave out about 4 or 5 inches off of between the stick. You're going to take a small twig, about a little bit larger than a pencil lead size, and you're just going to start wrapping it around that stick about 5 times. Okay, and you can kind of squish them together a little bit, but not too much. But it should look something like that, almost like a spring. Then you're going to take and wrap the snare wire back onto itself, make a few wraps just to secure that the 5 wraps you made. And you can kind of leave a tag end of the brass wire out because that can catch fur or something like that on an animal. But then you're just going to break that twig, and then it's going to leave you this here. So now all you're going to do is thread your other end through those 5 wraps you made, and that essentially creates a snare. So you can see here, and you can pretty much form it however you need to, but this snare, the 5 wraps, is going to be pretty good as far as keeping its shape. So whatever size you want to make it, so see there, it just kind of stays there. And so whenever in use, it's going to close down on that animal, and it's not going to want to open up. You can see there, don't have any pressure on the line, and it's staying in place because those 5 wraps. And you'll notice that little tag ends on the inside, it's going to catch on to the fur of the animal or catch into the animal. So that's a good way of putting it. And you can use this end to either attach with paracord to a trap system, or just onto a branch to make a squirrel run. But this is the easiest, quickest way to make it. And I'm also going to show you another way. Okay guys, the next way we're going to show you how to make a snare, this is actually the military method of doing it. You're going to get the middle section of that wire. You're going to make 2 wraps onto a twig. You're then going to start twisting the stick and holding the wire in place, basically wrapping it onto itself. And you can make them as large wraps as you want, or small. It just depends on how quick you want to make it. And this is what they teach in the military. This is what they teach at different survival schools in the military to do. The military textbook method of doing it, I should say. And usually you use tripwire. Tripwire is a little more easier to break than this brass wire. The benefit of doing this is you're able to catch larger game because you're basically doubling the strength of that brass wire. So I got it pretty much twisted there. You're going to snap that out again, pinch these together, and run the back end through there. And the good thing about this is it really locks in these two little wraps, because you squeeze them together a little bit, is it really wraps in on that, the twist that you have there. So it almost makes something like a locking snare. And you'll attach paracord or whatever you want to do from then on. But really, I just want to show you these two methods of making snares, because we're going to start doing a lot of trapping videos coming in the future. And so you're going to need to know how to do this basic, because I don't want to keep doing this in every single video where I teach how to make a trap. I want you to go ahead and know how to do this prior to us doing that. But check out blackscoutsurvival.com for more tips and tutorials. If you hadn't subscribed, please subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.